Hello everybody and welcome back to Satisfactory. In the last episode we set up our versatile frameworks factory right over there and let it build up materials for a little bit. And so now we're going to go check on it, and it should have, if all goes according to plan, the 1,000 versatile frameworks necessary to fill out the next project assembly. And there you have it. We have more than we need, so let's grab what we can. And as we come over here to our motor, stators, and rotors factories, whoops, getting caught up, we can come check our automated wiring. And whoo, we only needed to make 100 of those, so glad to see we are doing great. So let's just go ahead and grab those two as well. Cool, so now we have everything we needed for phase 2 of project assembly. So let's go turn that in and see what Ada has to say. A control click and a control click, and there we have it. Phase 2. Oh, I'm so excited. We never got to phase 2 in our previous series, and I've only gotten to we've never gotten to phase 3 in our previous series, and I've only gotten to phase 3 once in my personal playthrough.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation.
We're not going to skip this one because we haven't seen it before.
The phase 2 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, phase 2 will be completed and the construction dock will be constructed. After completion of phase 2, the technologies of tiers 5 and 6 will be available in the hub.
Yay.
These might feel intimidating after your previous experience, but rest assured that you would not be here if you were entirely incompetent.
Not entirely.
Highlights are oil production, railway transportation, the jetpack, and many more. Completing phase 3 of project assembly is your next main objective. Just remember to focus
more
on producing
versatile.
and delivering the project parts, and fix its faith in you will be strengthened.
Well, there we go. Let's go ahead and send it. Boom. Oof. Love that it blows away the clouds. I just wish it was more cloudy. It really shows off how much power it has. Oh, look at that. Finally got some structure around the sides. That's cool looking. Wonderful.
Phase 2 of project assembly completed. You have been performing more adequately under pressure and are closer than ever to saving the day. Perhaps you were the right choice for the job.
Hey!
Time will tell.
I
You
was
will
the
now
right
enter
choice.
Phase 3 of project assembly. Continue as you are, and there should be no issue. For humanity, for Fix-It.
Humanity and for Fix It. You got it. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to be letting Ada speak a lot more now. In the series thus far, I've just kind of skipped past what she said, but that's because we've heard it all before. But now that we're in Phase 3, a lot of what we'll be hearing from Ada has not been heard, at least on my channel, so we're going to be listening to her. But as you see here, we completed all tiers 1 through 4, including the jump pad, which I said that I wasn't going to do, but why not just get it done. So now we have access to tiers 5 and 6. So right off the bat, we've got jetpacks, oil processing, logistics Mark IV, fluid packaging, petroleum power. All of this is really good. But let's go ahead and start with the jetpack because I know we have this. Alright, that was no problem at all. In fact, the biggest problem for this milestone would be the motors, but thankfully we created that factory that has been producing them this whole time.
Milestone reached. Fix-It has granted you the power of flight, provided you have a jetpack and the appropriate fuels. The jetpack refuels automatically while you are standing on a surface, and different fuel types will affect the jetpack's functionality. With this increased versatility, you will no doubt achieve efficiency levels previously unheard of.
Should have grabbed just a few more motors while I was out there. But nonetheless, 5 motors, 10 steel pipes, and we'll have everything we need. Here it is, 15 hits, and we have the jetpack. Okay, let's put that on. It takes the place of our parachute, so unfortunately, we no longer have access to our parachute unless we decide to come in here and pop that in real fast. So we need some fuel for this. So for now, all we can really do is solid biofuel. So let's just make a bunch of that. We're gonna unlock the next part in 2.5 minutes, and then we'll see what we want to do from there. All right, there we go. 400 solid biofuel should be enough. As we see there, it actually goes through the biofuel very quickly. It doesn't give us a lot of lift on the jetpack, but that's not to worry because we will have access to better fuel soon enough, because we're going to come in here and try to unlock oil processing. Again, I need freaking more motors, and then everything else we have here, which will be good. And that'll unlock crude oil and heavy residue to make power, polymer resin to make plastic. Plastics go into all sorts of stuff. We've got fuel here, which we could turn into, well, once we have fuel packaging, we can turn that into jetpack fuel. Circuit boards, new products at the shop, all sorts of great stuff. So let's go ahead and select that milestone. And unfortunately, we're 5 rotors short, so we're gonna go, or motors short, so we can grab those, but we're a little short on the pipes and the sheeting. So we'll go grab that, we'll unlock that, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with the rest of the day. So much fun moving around with the jetpack. Probably gonna say that a couple more times, but let's go ahead and get these plopped in. There we have it. Oil processing.
Milestone reached. Crude oil can now be extracted and refined to produce various industrially beneficial parts. The byproducts of these processes will require careful management, but a capable pioneer such as yourself surely understands that. To improve efficiency, pipelines can now be optimized with valves to limit and balance their throughput. These were initially left out because Fix-It did not want to overwhelm pioneers with complex pipeline management, but they have since been re-added after my impassioned defense of your capabilities.
Oh, well, thank you. Was that because I opted out of FixMess? I'm part of the mistake forgiveness program. Is that considered my one of my 5 free mistakes? But anyways, now we have access to search for crude oil, and because I've made it to this stage once before, I do know that there's actually some out that way. Right there. Couple actually, right there. So let's go check out that new area and see what we can find. Ooh, nice little hypertube cannon. Ooh, already we see some stuff here I might want to grab. Ooh, fight, fight, fight. Oh, jetpack allows us to get much better places, higher places. Ooh, this is some high quality stuff up here. Where is that guy though? Hello, sir. I would like to see some of your wares, if you don't mind. I has coin. Oof. Oof. That was a tough battle. Almost died on that one. Ooh, Alcad aluminum sheeting, cooling systems, crystal oscillators, 2 of them. Where are you? Oh, you're over here. Ah! Got me. Ooh, some computers. That'll be nice. Quick wire. We already, we make a bunch of that, so that's not going to matter. But let's see what is in here. Oh, perfect. Crystals. We got that on us. Nice. So we've got another hard drive in the bag. Anyways, over here is where I wanted to show us. And you know what? We are going to switch to parachute so we can kind of go softly over everything. So, there's some crude oil right there. There's some crude oil right there. There's some new resources, oil resources that I haven't unlocked. I don't know what that does, but we have that right there. I feel like there's another oil spot here. Oh, right there. Oh, right there. So we've got 3 crude oil nodes basically that we can work with. This is a normal node. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't want to start fighting these guys yet. I don't have the health for that. But this area, once we clear it out of its inhabitants... Ooh, these guys are different. Ooh, that was a higher level. Ooh, oh, we're gonna die. Oh, we're gonna die. Well, we died. But anyways, I'm gonna clear this area out. Oh man, we were at like 22 days since last incident. Oof. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go clear that area out off camera. I'm gonna do some. I think I'm gonna try to blueprint what I need to get done for the oil fields. But for that, okay, we don't have that. Okay, yeah, we can't do that. Yep. So I'm gonna try to blueprint what I can for the oil fields. We don't have plastic. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have to get this set up first, get that up and running before we can unlock better quality stuff. So I will see y'all in a moment and show you what I've done. Hello everybody and welcome back to Satisfactory. In the last episode, we unlocked Phase 3. All the parts went to the space elevator and created that glorious looking machine right there, which gave us access to better technology, better power, and whatnot. So, we are out here at the future site of what will be our smokeless powder factory, which will give us access to some really nice weaponry. So let's firstly, oh, nice little birds. This game is very very beautiful. But anyways, I went to our sulfur factory and conveyored out both the cluster. Actually, I need to grab a couple of these. The nobelisks, because we can make clustered nobelisks eventually. And we're going to need this black powder. But I'm also out here because we spent some time. I'm going to look at the tiers in a second, but we spent some time and some effort to unlock the Mark II pipelines. And so what that means is that instead of the 300 per minute, it can now push out 600 per minute, which means that all of this splitting that we did amongst our machines to perfectly balance out everything can now be improved. But then if I just, upgrade the pipes there, then things will be out of efficiency. Like, we could have a lot more water pumps on this, producing a lot more plastic, doing a lot more, creating a lot more. And in addition to that, this fuel generator right here, it's it only takes a certain amount of liquid. What is it? Okay, well, it doesn't say. Oh, wait, you know what? Well, I can't remember how much liquid each of these fuel generators take, but the point is that now that we have them from Mark 1 Mark 1 pipes to Mark 2 pipes, we can do a lot more with our fuel generation, our power creation. And I made blueprints just for this time. So we're gonna build this along here and maybe even farther out. We're gonna try to create as much power as we can. Because the other thing is we unlocked turbo fuel, and for those of you who may know, it's a lot better. I mean, even those of you who may not know, it sounds a lot better than whatever we're using now. Packaged fuel. So this will be the future site. We've got a couple. We've got 1, 2, and then 3 nodes of crude oil here. So we're going to rebuild this whole section. We're going to create a smokeless powder factory here, and then we'll probably do our power generation will be over there. Oh, I ran out of fuel. Just the way I like it. There's also a couple more things I'd like to show you. Look at this beautiful bird's eye view of our place. Oh, I could almost climb on top of there. But yeah, our starter factory's here. We've got our coal plant there, which has greatly expanded since the last time you've seen it. You know, our steel and motors factory over there. We got our sulfur factory over there. Quartz and SAM going. Caterium. So, as you can see here, we had unlocked a few things. In the last episode, we had just left off with those, but in Tier 6, there's quite more advanced materials necessary, like the plastic. We had to build that from the oil processing here, and in order to get the fuel for our jetpack, we had to unlock this. But we wanted to unlock this pipeline, like I mentioned here, but unfortunately we need heavy modular frames for that. And so we had to unlock industrial manufacturing, which was actually really easy because we had all the motors we needed, all of this, all of that, and we had built up enough plastic, so no problem there. That gave us the manufacturer and then 4 new things we can make, 2 of which are what we need to do to complete phase 3, but we'll get to that when we can. So I unlocked those, and then so we then went to unlock the pipes. So it took a while to build this up, and then since we already had the machine building up the heavy modular frames, we decided just to make another one to make some computers. We only needed to make a little under 2/3 of this because we had found some out in the wild, which was nice. But we decided, to make Blueprint Designer Mark II, as you can see here, much bigger, much more fancy. And then here are those machines that I was telling you about. The manufacturer, this one creating heavy modular frames. We only had 1 summer sloop to our name, so we slooped it as best we could, but still, good enough. And all of this was just not hand-fed, but, storage-fed through there. And then here is our manufacturer for the computers. These are just temporary setups. I just needed to make this to complete that goal. This isn't meant to produce in any amount permanently. Let's see here. We've got 50 more of that. and 36 of those. It's not bad. But yeah, those aren't meant to be permanent installations. We're going to be working up to making those into permanent installations somewhere, somehow. Putting all the materials together to get what we need, especially for those other parts. I don't think I showed you this in the last episode. No, because this was from our Mark II blueprint. So this is a blueprint that I made, and it's a 6-compartment storage unit that you can put stuff in, different items. But the fun part about it is that in the back here we have smart splitters, so we can, whoops, I always give things a thumbs down when I'm trying to give it a conveyor belt. So we can throw a conveyor belt in here with a big sushi line that feeds up into the smart splitter and filters into the container and goes along, so on and so forth. And then I have my overflow set here to drop down into this merger, which could then be fed back into an awesome sink. But the thing that I'm really proud about this is the way that I set it up is that all of these are clipped into each other, so there's never going to be backup on the line. In theory, I haven't been able to fully test it. I haven't had a full storage container worth to pump it in. Actually, I do. That is a lie. I have more than enough of some of these. There we go. Screws in that. I have enough of those. I could test it out. But anyways, I'm gonna utilize this at some point later. I was happy that I got a chance to use my overhead lights, although I kind of wish they were a little bit brighter, but that's all we got. Oh, look at that sunset. Like I said before, this game is beautiful. All right, so as you can see here, we've made quite the production. We've got quite a bit of fuel generators, I believe 16 of them, all taking in turbo fuel. All of this to produce the turbo fuel necessary for the energy requirements as well as for our jetpacks. And then it also makes the plastic and rubber and compacted coal. Over here we've got our Nobelisks coal, sulfur, all of that being made into smokeless powder and cluster nobelisks, which are quite nice. I quite enjoy them. And yeah, so we built all that. We are up here at the space elevator. Whew, there we go. Up here at the space elevator, so we could get a nice little bird's eye view of all that we have done. But unfortunately, I feel like I am gonna be needing to do a lot more off-camera stuff than on. I feel like this is fun. I'm really enjoying Satisfactory, but getting the episodes out in a Let's Play like this is taking more time than I feel like is worth. So I feel that it's going to be time to retire the series for now. My plan is that I'm going to keep playing this on my off time and just enjoy myself, enjoy the game, and have fun as I pursue getting farther. And then when we are ready to complete Phase 3, when we have our factory set up and everything working according to plan, and we're getting ready to turn in... Oh, I guess we're falling. We get ready to turn in our... Oh, I don't have my parachute with me. All right, I guess we'll go down. But when we finish that, we'll come back and we'll continue on another episode and show you everything that it took to get here, and all the factories and machines and production that we've made, all the changes that we've done thus far. So I'm going to keep the save file going just off camera, and instead on Saturdays I am going to be focusing on KXP Continues, which is going to be our channel members only videos. Every Saturday we will have more of the original KXP series. So our very first episode, we get prepared to go to Duna and collect the 10 Kerbals that we had left on the surface of Duna in the last episode of KXP before the Janus Project took over. So if that's something you're interested in, if you want to see us go to Eve, because I believe that's going to be our next goal in the series once we get all of our Kerbals back. If you want to see us do all of that extra exploration before we get to that in the Janus Project, because it will be a little bit of time, check out our channel membership. It's relatively inexpensive, and you'll be able to see we've got a bunch of different videos up there already, and so there's a bunch to see as well. I know if you're watching this, you're probably more into the Satisfactory than the Kerbal, but I just wanted to kind of like explain why we're going to be taking our break from Satisfactory for now. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, I think the next time we see each other, there's going to be a lot more of that going around as we get everything. I never quite mastered trains or trucks or any kind of transporting materials, so it may just be a whole bunch of belts. Or maybe I'll learn that and I'll have a working train depot by the time we see each other next. But anyways, that is where I'm going to leave today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for the next installment of Satisfactory. If you did, please consider subscribing. Drop me a like. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care.